Hello, Miss Coffee. How are you?
I'm simply beside myself since Rococo ran away. He's my pet Niffler.
I'm sorry to hear that your pet is missing.
Thank you. I appreciate your words. I mean, I've had him for years. He's lovely company. Whilst on our morning constitutional the other day, south of here, he and I stumbled upon Henrietta's hideaway. They say that Henrietta was a paranoid recluse, filled her castle with all manner of traps to keep thieves from pinching her valuables. As we drew near, the morning sun reflected off something in a window, and before I knew it, Rococo was off. I've been worried sick, but I'm not about to meddle with Merlin knows what's inside that house, or the ashwinders that are lurking about.
Why did Henrietta feel the need to protect her house like she did?
Henrietta was a baroness who married well, more than a few times. Her immense wealth drove her to a life of suspicion and isolation. The more wealth she amassed, the more paranoid she became of losing it. Hence the terrifying traps throughout the hideaway. Not even her family has been willing to deal with them to get to her fortune.
Why don't you just get Rococo back yourself?
Henrietta's hideaway is treacherous enough, but add ashwinders into the picture and, well, I love Rococo, but I love staying alive more.
I'll keep an eye out for Rococo.
Oh, that's terribly kind. But stay away from the hideaway. Far too dangerous. If someone does find him in the hideaway, they shall be well rewarded. Henrietta's treasures are theirs for the taking. She certainly won't mind now.
What do you have for sale?
What's brought you here today?
That hideaway does sound intriguing. Perhaps I should investigate, for Rococo's sake.
Thank you for stopping by.
You can't imagine how inconvenient travel was before I invented flu powder.
Mother's rolling in her grave, she is.
Pardon me, sir.
Come to stare at the fool, have you? There's poor Ig Haggerty, robbed by his own sister. Ah, she's robbed almost everyone now. So, who's the fool?
I'm not sure I know what you're talking about.
Then you're the only one who doesn't know about Catherine running off with that thief, Victor Rookwood and his lot. Good riddance, I said. Never thought she'd return to steal from me. Us. But I just know it was her. I want her caught and sent to Azkaban for stealing a prize family heirloom. Sister or no.
What exactly was the family heirloom that the thief stole?
A necklace. Belonged to the first of the Haggerty women. Hundreds of years old. So much history. She'll likely pawn it.
Why would Catherine come back to rob the hamlet if she'd already left?
Do I look like a criminal to you? How should I know? She always despised this place, resented having to grow up here. Perhaps she did it to spite us.
Are you sure Catherine is the culprit? It could be anyone.
Thanks to that Rookwood louse, we're inundated with all manner of criminal. I wanted to believe it was any one of them, except Catherine. But she was the only one who knew where the heirloom was hidden, and she knew precisely which homes to rob.
I could keep an eye out for the thief, sir.
You? Ugh. Nothing to be done by the likes of us. This is a job for the fine officer Singer, or some such authority. Besides, the thief, my sister, only strikes at night. Coward. Long past your bedtime.
I should be going now. Thank you.
I'll keep an eye on your belongings if I were you. Catherine will steal the eyebrows off your face, she will.
A pile of gold. I must be on the right track. It looks as if the thief took more than they could carry. Revelio. More gold. I must be getting closer.
Oh, this day's gone on too long.
Revelio.
Who's there?
What was that? I feel as though I'm not alone.
Petricus totalis.
Come on. Such arrogance.
Expelliarmus. Flipendo. Capulso. Revelio. Revelio.
Brother who works at Green.
Enjoy suffering, do you?
Revelio. Revelio. Niffler. It wasn't Catherine Haggerty after all. Revelio. have the Niffler. Now to look. That must be the Haggerty family heirloom. I have some good news, Mr. Haggerty. I unmasked your thief.
Nothing to unmask, was there? We all know that the thief was my sister, Catherine.
Actually, sir, the thief was a Niffler.
What?
You know, small, furry, pilfering. I followed it to its lair.
Catelyn was the only one who knew how to get into our homes, where to find our treasures. But I suppose, mangy little blighter. Well, if you found the Niffler's lair, as you say, you must have found my heirloom.
As a matter of fact, I did.
Thank you. You don't know how much this means to me. Catherine's a disappointment for certain, but I never wanted to believe she was behind this. Now, thanks to you, I won't have to. What a strange world we live in. Suppose they can't send a Niffler to Azkaban. At least I got my heirloom back.
What are we even doing here? We ought to be at the Hog's Head. This is a waste of our time.
Could this be Mr. Oakes' campsite? Ranrock's loyalists, just ahead. Should I take them by force or be discreet?
What have we here? A human? What have we here? Another
Revelio! Revelio.
What have we here? Another human?
This is a waste of my talents.
Patricus totalis.
Not quite.
Easily diverted. Leviosa. Now to find out what happened here. Adelaide said that her uncle kept notes of his trades, maps. Perhaps these landmarks will lead Mr. Oakes' trade journal. Revelio. Confringo. Revelio. Confringo! Lumos. Lumos. Revelio. Lumos. Revelio. Mr. Moon, I've learned who's behind the demiguise statues. It was a classmate of yours that you bullied, Piers Pemberton.
Oh, I might have known. Pigtails Piers.
I don't think he likes being called that.
Of course he does. Oh, we had such flowing locks, and we used to laugh about them. I laughed the hardest of all. Clever, clever man. I'd no idea he was so devious. I must go and congratulate him. Whatever statues remain seem less terrifying now that I know they were put out by old pigtails. Continue collecting them if you like. As for me, I'm gonna go and pay a visit to my old friend.
Back from your latest flight? I want to hear all the particulars.
Good news, Mr. Weeks. With your upgrade, I was able to set a new record at the Irondale course.
Brilliant! I knew the upgrade had fantastic potential. How did your broom feel?
It rides well. Does get a tad shaky at top speed, and the handle wobbles a bit when I hit a strong gust of wind.
Ah, yes. I see. I think I know how to address that. Thank you. I owe you one.
If it means another upgrade, the pleasure's all mine.
You sound as determined as I am to improve broom flight. It's a joy to have a collaborator like yourself. If I'm right, and I do hope I am, you'll be hearing good news from me soon. Thank you again, truly.
Mr. Weeks and I do make a good team.
Don't you fret, Biscuit. I shall sort something out.
Hello? Is something the matter?
Most decidedly, yes. My precious mooncalf, Biscuit, was abducted by poachers up north. Oh, the vicious brutes. I tried to fight back, but I was no match for them.
I'm sorry about your mooncalf, Mr.
Garnuff. Just Garnuff. I'm only one goblin. Not a particularly brave one at that. I have no chance against a pack of bloodthirsty poachers. Oh, my poor Biscuit. I can only hope she's able to escape.
Why do you suppose the poachers took Biscuit?
I have no idea. Mooncalf dung's highly valuable for fertilizing magical plants. But I cannot imagine poachers care much about gardening. Who knows what they'll do to her? She could be flogged, skinned, gutted and stuffed. I assume. Oh, Biscuit.
A mooncalf is an unusual pet. Why did you choose Biscuit?
She followed me one evening, wouldn't leave my side. Never thought I was one for a pet of any kind. But now I can't imagine life without her. Mooncalves are often thought of as silly, simple-minded creatures. But I've seen great depth of character in Biscuit. I wouldn't trade her for a hippogriff or a hippopotamus, or even a goose that lays golden eggs.
I'll keep an eye out for your mooncalf, Garniff.
How kind. If only all of Wizardkind was as gracious to goblins. If you do see her and can bring her safely home to me, I promise to reward you for your efforts. Do keep an eye out for her, and be careful out there. Poachers are an unscrupulous lot.
I should try and rescue Garniff's mooncalf. Sounds as if I'd need to head north to find those poachers. Poachers! Garniff was right then. I'd better be careful.
Why do I always end up on patrol duty?
Petrificus totalis!
Rookwoods don't go down easy.
Who's there? Protego!
You, Royland.
get my claws out.
Protego!
Revelio.
Comprito! Protego!
Pyricus totalis. Revelio. Pyricus totalis. Your poaching days are over. Aloha Mora. Now then, which one of you is Biscuit? Levioso. All right, Biscuit. Let's get you back to Garniff, shall we? Revelio. Levioso. Settle yourself. I mean you no harm. I'll look after you. Revelio. Patricius totalis. Revelio.
Show yourself.
Flipendo. Arrest those Revelio. Confringo.
I didn't quite finish.
Incendio.
You're so very weak.
Expelliarmus. Confringo.
What an unfortunate
Glacius.
and utterly pitiful disaster.
Revelio. Abandoned long ago, no doubt.
I'm sure it'd be harder to kill a mooncalf.
My dear Biscuit.
Garneth, I've rescued Biscuit.
You have? Oh, is she hurt? Was she frightened? Are you all right?
Biscuit is fine, as am I. I was able to rescue her without much incident.
Oh, mercy. Where poachers are concerned, I tend to expect the worst. I cannot wait to get her home. I so miss seeing her dance in the evenings. Such joy.
I'm glad she's safe now. I'm sure she'll be happy to go home.
Oh, that is a great weight off my mind. Oh, my sweet little Biscuit, my wise, noble mooncalf. And here is your reward, of course. Well deserved. As I said before, you have restored my faith in wizard kind. You've restored at least a modicum of my faith in wizard kind. Biscuit and I can't thank you enough.
What do we have here? Perhaps not the best place to be caught alone.
Who's that?
Metricus totalis. Revelio. I may have more luck higher up in the keep. Petrificus totalis. Now here's his Revelio. A ladder. That's what I need.
Why am I always on patrol? It's a waste.
Petrificus totalis. Revelio.
If only I could get my hands on Fig or that student.
This is the spot on the map. I'd best have my wits about me. Not the best place for an unaccompanied student.
Someone out there? What I've been fighting since before you were back here. To come here. I
Revelio. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Levioso. Petrificus totalis. Revelio. This castle's hiding all sorts of secrets.
Afraid to fight?
Petrificus totalis. Revelio. This looks like trouble.
Revelio.
What went on here, I wonder? What will we find in here?
Revelio.
I'll give them what they deserve. It's punishment to us all to have that miserable human around.
Quiet as a grapple, you are. Hello?
I know it!
Someone's here.
Avenge your death!
It looks as though Adelaide's instincts were spot on.
Aloha Mora.
Over here!
Expelliarmus. Your Revelio. Confringo. Incendio.
A human's word is worthless. This prisoner owes us the metal we were promised. The area's still clear. If anybody cares. What's that? Who's there? Hello? Goblins will finally rule over wizards.
Petrificus totalis. Revelio.
The wizards will be defeated. Who is it?
Revelio. A boiler door. How to open it? Petrificus Totalis. Revelio. Confringo. Incendio. Incendio. Revelio. Incendio. Revelio. Revelio. Incendio. Revelio. Incendio. Revelio. Incendio.
One way or another, we'll get what we're owed.
Revelio.
better than patrol duty.
Who's there? Reminds me of the time I nearly fell out of a cart at Gringotts. I was only young, mind. Not like a... Wait a moment.
Petrificus totalis.
Feels are not alone.
Revelio. This must be Mr. Oakes's wand. Perhaps now he can set himself free. Petrificus
Ready to
totalis.
fight?
The wizards will have no choice but to submit to us.
Revelio.
Why, it's a grapple and you are.
Petrificus totalis.
Such arrogance.
What's going on out there?
Petrificus totalis.
There. Wonder how long I'm supposed to do this for.
Hello? Who's there? I've never seen a sword like it.
Petrificus totalis.
It's always my turn for patrol. Could have sworn.
Revelio.
Never anything interesting around here.
Who's there?
Petrificus totalis.
This is a waste of my talents. Who's out there?
Petrificus totalis.
What was that?
Up for a bit of dying, are we?
I won't rest.
Ranrock has fooled you all. To your demise. Revelio.
I wonder if Adelaide's uncle could be down there.
Could do with a knife.
Petricus Totalis.
Wait a moment.
Petricus Totalis.
Revelio.
Hello? Mr. Oakes?
Yes, I'm here. They've taken my wand. This cell has an enchanted lock. I have experience with these locks, but I need my wand if I have any chance of opening it. Look for a boiler door. I've heard them speak of it.
Fortunately, I've already found your wand, Mr. Oakes.
Oh, you found it! Pass it to me. Hurry, before they come. I must get out. Hurry! My wand. Oh, thank Merlin. Thank you.
You did it! I found my wand and... Wait, you're a student? Oh, we must get you to safety immediately. It's dangerous.
It's all right, Mr. Oakes. I've dealt with these goblins before.
Dear Merlin, you're either very lucky or very talented. Well, how did you find me?
I'm a friend of Adelaide's. She was worried about your business with Ranrock's loyalists.
Oh, she was right to be. I couldn't go through with the agreement, and when I told them, I ended up blindfolded and behind bars. Been locked in that infernal cell for so long, they'd forgot I was even there. I overheard things. If only I could reward you for what you've done. Blasted goblin stole every canut on me. All I can say is thank you, truly.
You mentioned you overheard things.
Sad tale, really. I think I know where Ranrock's unfortunate vendetta against wizardkind began. Although dragon breeding was outlawed by the Warlocks Convention of 1709, Ranrock stumbled upon an illegal dragon camp. He was young, found the creatures fascinating. He'd visit the camp in secret whenever he could, never making his presence known. After weeks of sly surveillance, he finally summoned the courage to speak to the wizard in charge. Ranrock wanted to join them and the creatures. The wizard happened to drop his wand. Ranrock saw an opportunity. He picked it up, went to hand it back as a means of introducing himself. The sight of a goblin with a wand sent the wizard into an instant rage. He beat Ranrock nearly to death. Ever since, Ranrock has despised wizardkind, sees us all as cruel.
Am I right that you speak gobbledygook?
Unbeknownst to Ranrock's fiends, I do. I've always had an affinity for goblin culture. Knew I wanted to be a metal trader ever since I was a lad. It wasn't easy learning the language. It's complex, and my memory's as weak as my knees these days. But after decades working with fine goblin folk, I grew fairly proficient. At least, I'd like to think so.
I'm grateful I was able to help you, Mr. Oakes. Adelaide thinks the world of you.
Oh, and I her. She's become quite savvy to my trading habits, always analyzing my detailed owls. If only I hadn't resorted to trading with such fiends. A lesson I shan't soon forget. Having my wand back is like being reunited with an old friend. I must return home and inform Adelaide of my safety. Will you be all right?
I'll be fine, Mr. Oakes. You get back to Adelaide. I assure you, her worries outweigh yours.
Oh, I'm anxious to see my dear niece. And then I plan to travel far from here for my next round of trading. Thank you. May life reward you justly for your deeds. Be well, my friend.
Mr. Oakes was lucky. Ranrock's lot would never have freed him.
Revelio. Lumos.